Yo, what's poppin', savvy investors? It's your savvy investor Dex back with another video. Actually, I'm headed downtown to the courthouse to do what I do at the courthouse. But this video not about the courthouse. This video here, as you can see, is about what hurdles can you expect in the overage business. Specifically mortgage overages, right? And I'm sure it's the same for tax. So, you know me, I like to jump right into my videos. I don't like to make them long and drawn out unless it has to be. So, first and foremost, I will start by saying this. Most foreclosures are created by somebody dying, right? Somebody dying is probably number one from what I've seen. Number two, I would probably say, is divorce. And after divorce is, your financial hardships or any kind of hardship, whatever it is out there that's a hardship. This pandemic was a hardship. It's a hardship, I would say. So yeah, you got those three. Now, being that death is the first one, I would say, being a savvy investor, if death is the biggest cause for foreclosures in America, I would understand the process of succession down to a T in whatever market I'm working, right? Like, part of being savvy is getting ahead of the game, and that's studious. That S in savvy stands for studious. For any of y'all that don't know why I have savvy spelled S-A-V-Y. It's studious, ambitious, versatile, yield. Studious, ambitious, versatile, yield. Those are the qualities you got to have to be a savvy investor, in my opinion. At least that's them the qualities that I embrace. But anyway, try to be ahead of that. If death's the first thing that causes all these overages, try to be ahead of that. And one way to be ahead of that is if you're working with an attorney, like I always suggest you do, you sit down, take your attorney out to lunch or whatever you gotta do to get in front of him, and you ask him, hey, what's a short succession mean in my state? What does that mean? I'm sure that varies. This is not legal advice by any means necessary. I say by any means necessary. By any means at all. Is this legal advice? But I'm sure a short succession varies depending on what city or state you're in. I know where I'm at. If it's less than $100,000 that we're going after to claim for any of our clients, if it's less than $100,000, right? We don't have to open a regular succession, like a full succession. We don't have to do that. We can open what is called the short succession. Now, what that short succession does, it names all of the people in the succession, but they don't have to sign any paperwork. There'll be an executor appointed, and that's normally the client that we're working with. We get them appointed executor over the account. We open a short succession. We go from there, boom. We get our percentage, they get their percentage. They distribute the money out to their family, however they see fit. Now, if it's over $100,000, you're going into a traditional succession. Sorry about the loud ass trucks and all that stuff. I don't know why I like vlogging in the middle of the city in a work day, but I do. So yeah, then number two is what did I say? Number two was divorce. Right? Now, divorce, in my opinion, this depends on where you work. It's tricky, right? It's tricky, real tricky. Divorce can get real nasty. To be honest, I like to keep it simple as possible. And first thing first is obviously get the POA, limited power of attorney agreements, get that taken care of, and get our general agreements taken care of. And after that, I immediately want to get like a certificate of mortgage. I need to see what's going on with that property, who owes what. One thing about it being a divorce situation, I can most definitely tell you this. You're probably not going to get the truth. Probably. When I say probably, I mean like 65%. It's a 65% chance you probably won't get the truth. Right? I hope that wind not killing y'all. But yeah, man. That's the tricky thing with divorce. Divorce varies. Sometimes you get people that's really cordial. They don't mind working with you. I'm kind of dealing with that now. I got a guy, I need to give him a call back actually. His wife, he signed some kind of paperwork in their divorce that said his wife is entitled to these funds. Right? He also told me that him and his wife just, he planned just to buy the kids a car with this extra money. It's not a whole lot, right? So I tell him, that the wife is owed the money. He's like, oh, I don't know if she'll be on board. If she got this, she got that. Then I can tell he got kind of tense. So in this case, realistically, the easiest thing to do is to get in contact with that wife and get the agreements and POA with her, and we pay him on the back end, which is in my opinion good business etiquette. I'll definitely pay him on the back end. He's our original client that worked with us, and as long as there's meat on the bone, I'll make sure he gets paid. Whoa, we almost had ourselves a bona fide accident. Woo, that was close right there. Live action, baby. But okay, that does it for divorce. Number 3 what was number 3? So we had divorce, we had death, financial hardships, or hardships in general. I'm sorry. So hardships that's kind of the backbone of real estate, if you ask me. That's like the backbone of real estate. Financial hardships, all kind of hardships. When people are going through things, it's our job as investors to find these people and give them solutions to be done with this issue, to make this problem go away. That's what we do. We put fires out. If you're a really good investor, you put fires out, and you get paid well to put fires out. And also you acquire things along the way putting fires out. I don't have to go too in depth with the hardships of finances and how you step in and help people out, but I will. In the overage business, I got a lady, she's owed $35,000. She doesn't really believe us. We're kind of having credibility issues with her, but we do know that she's on hard times because that was our first conversation. She had a terrible split with the husband. The husband died, right? It was in the husband's name. He had no kids. They were married at the time. We found his wife. She doesn't believe us. She said the family kind of kicked her out of the house. Well, not kicked her out, but the family didn't help her. She didn't have any family around. It was just his family. He just got into a long spiel of it. But anyway, she's going through hard times right now financially. Right? But we're having the credibility issue here. So that's another case that we're still working. It's still in the pipeline. All right. We got a lot of rowdy drivers out today. So yeah, man, those the 3 things I think are 3 of the most common obstacles you'll run into in this business. 3 of the most common ones, right? So just be prepared for those. Anything else that come along, feel free to share in the comments. Any problems that you've had, any how you've dealt with any of these problems as they come up. All that good stuff. Cool beans, man. I appreciate y'all for checking it out. It's your Savvy Investor Dex. I'm out of here. Y'all like, y'all subscribe, y'all do all that cool stuff, and let's get paid.